Cold Stone Creamery. I think maybe the ice cream is magic ice cream and will protect you from swine flu, Denise. Look at the food thing. Rosemary chicken, steak sandwich, Cocoa Pops. I had a cheese sandwich for lunch. I had a cheese sandwich just before I came on. Oh, that surgical mask thing is awesome, Denise. It's no use at all against swine flu. If you're sick, it might help not spread your germs to other people. Won't help you against swine flu. Frogs are friends. What's my favourite food? Probably Italian. I also like Indian. Two of my favourite places to eat in Melbourne, an Italian place on Lygon Street, which is the Italian district in Melbourne. This place does a pizza with 5 different cheeses on it. Oh my god, it's awesome. And there's an Indian place near a cinema I like to go to. My girlfriend and I, because we both have kids with different partners, so sometimes the kids are with the other partner. When we get a Saturday night together, we like to go out. We go. There's this Indian restaurant just near a good cinema, so we go Indian food and movies night out. And this Indian food is fucking great. It's like it's a family restaurant. It's been there 30 years or something. But they've just changed a generation, so everyone who works there is really young. Like, I reckon all the old people who used to run it have retired and their kids have taken over, and they're very cool people who run it now. Tamage, yes, I like Japanese food. There are a couple of very good Japanese places in Melbourne. Why do we talk about food and drink? Because we like to eat and drink. So... You're right, and Nick's right. If the only time I had a really big audience was the night I was drunk, and I couldn't have kept up with 10 people when I was drunk. If I was a cook, I'd be Gordon Ramsay. I would swear the fuck off at people. I really would. Ah, yes, I know you're Yogi on Swanston Street. Also, tell me you're in Melbourne. See, I'm losing track of everyone. I like, there's Ito on Burke Street, and there's one on, there's one in the QV building out on Lonsdale Street, or whatever that is, and I've forgotten the name of it, but it's good too. But yeah, there's a lot of good Japanese places in Melbourne. Who's a person I admire for whatever reason? I tend to look up to writers, people like Neil Gaiman. I'm a huge fan of Neil Gaiman. His writing's just astonishing. He writes comics, he writes books, there's movies been made of his stuff. The guy's a fucking legend. I haven't heard of Robert Sawyer. Teppanyaki place on Collins Street. Or anything on Collins Street's got to be expensive, little weird guy. Okay, I don't really know Robert Sawyer. There's one guy I follow on Twitter that I always talk about, a comic writer, Warren Ellis. He's fucking hilarious. He writes really good comics, but he's also just funny because he's angrier at people than I am. So, if you can believe it, there's someone who's angrier than me. If Warren Ellis gets the shits at someone, and Warren Ellis is an actual, basically famous person, professional, with a career, but if someone pisses him off, he will just go them. And because he's a writer, he's really good with words, and he will fucking go off that. I don't watch Angry Video Game Nerds, so I don't know what he's like. I have heard of him, but I do not watch him. I actually, I try and avoid people who are doing any sort of similar thing to me, because I might unconsciously start taking some of their good stuff. I can watch MSNBC if I want. I usually don't. Yeah, I have seen Keith Olbermann. I think Keith Olbermann is lazy. Keith Olbermann is very intelligent, and he's gone for the down market, making fun of everyone thing. He could do so much better if he was more sort of serious and objective in what he did. Because the people he's attacking, you can attack while being serious. Like, some of his monologues where he's being serious are really fucking good. But I think he cheapens everything with all the cheap shots he takes. I'm almost out of ice. I will have to run off for a refill. The regulars are getting to know me. Compulsively drink my cola when I'm on here. It's more an ice break than... Although I did finish the bottle of Pepsi, so I'll have to go out and get ice and Pepsi. So, yeah. But, you know, here's me picking up small failings in Keith Olbermann. But, you know, who does he pick on? He picks on the neocons and he picks on the fuckwits at Fox. Seriously, pretty much everyone who works for Fox should just be thrown up against a wall and shot in the fucking head. And I don't mean from a firing squad. I'd just like to hold them up against the wall and then put a gun in their mouth and spray their brains against the back of the wall. I'd want it to be a really visceral experience. Fuck those people. Oh, sorry. So Jude Maris was asking me about musicians. Hey, Toronto Maple Leafer, good to see you again. Yes, the big black cock of death. What line does that come from? Put to jail for threats against Fox News anchors. They'd all have to be taken to jail for making jokes about assassinating Obama. I am very well, thank you. Bill Hicks was a very good comedian. Good dead comedians. Bill Hicks and what's his name? George Carlin. Good live comedians. Dave Chappelle, Ricky Gervais. Oh yes, I did actually hear that they killed the head of the Tamil Tigers, so they think the Tamil Tigers will stop fighting now. Gabriel Iglesias, is he related to Julio? Julio and the other one? Musicians, I'm not near into music as I used to be. When I was at college, like 80s and 90s, I was full on into music. I'm just not as into it anymore, and I certainly don't... There's not really many musicians I hold up and go, ooh, yes, aspirational. That would be very good if it settles down, because Sri Lanka is a really nice place with lovely people, and it would be great if they weren't getting shot and blown the fuck up. Sri Lanka has kick-ass beaches, actually. Sri Lanka's great for tourists, and it would be much better for the lovely people of Sri Lanka if they didn't have the problems with the shootings and the blowings-ups. It is an absolutely fantastic country. It's one of the nicest bits of the subcontinent. It is such a nice place. Have I travelled outside Australia? Not nearly as much as I would like. I have basically gone to the USA a couple of times, the Philippines and New Zealand. And that's it. Had an overnight stop in Japan on one of my flights to the US, which I couldn't technically say I've been to Japan, but, you know, not really. I haven't travelled near as much as I would like. And yes, I've gone to Denny's with Jude Maris. Denny's in Thousand Oaks, California. What are the fireworks for? Toronto Maple Leafer. Okay, frogs are friends. I'm on tomorrow, most probably.